I completely forgot. I have another track that I really like. Heat.
Yeah, you picking the bangers, man. Yeah. I had the title first, so that line came in my head, and then I was like, oh man, that's a dope album title. So I just started making music that kind of fit that theme, and then kind of started fitting the pieces together for it to be a full project.
Are you a 5%er?
Um, not natively, but I'm definitely inspired by the movement. Yeah, well, in general, I just love the idea of like physical versions for music, and so I've always tried to keep that as part of the process, and there's going to be a vinyl companion for the album, but a lot of the pressing plants have been exceedingly backed up, into like production times, like for 6 months to a year, lead time for projects right now. So, that's one thing. And then I started out doing cassettes initially, so it's a process that, as I started self-releasing, my own material, I just went back to. So, and then also, just sonically, I still have a Walkman. It's, it's right here, handy. Yeah, you picking the bangers, man. I came across those organs for that track, and as when I sampled the organ, at the very end of the organ, there's a piece of dialogue, and the artist is saying something. So in the loop of playing it as an instrument, it sounds like he or she is saying heat. So as I kept playing it, it sounded like that's what it was saying, like the track was saying to me. So after I put the rest of the elements around it, I was like, yeah, nah, this really is fire. So I'm gonna call this track Heat. So like the organs have a kind of a gospely feel, but then the bass line and the drums are really, head nod elements, so and then when there's a B section in that track that I'm really particularly proud of. So when the track change comes to that little B section, I just know that if I'm playing that live, that's going to hit somebody's body in a particular way. So I was like, oh man, yeah, this is heat. So um more or less, honestly, like, more times than not, like once I just find the elements for the, material, I just see how they all talk to me and what they're saying to each other when I put it all together. So, I consider it almost like 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 wood sculpting, and like sometimes you may find a piece of wood where it already looks like something and you just chisel it a little bit to refine it, or sometimes you can fully transform it into something different. So it's between the two. And with heat, that was like a full like marble cut retransformation. But what I got it shaped into, it really, like I'm particularly proud of that joint too. So honestly, like most of this album, all of these tracks I enjoy for different reasons. And I'm really excited about the response and happy to share it.